Hi guys, my name is Usna. Welcome to my channel and this is my first fact check session. So our discussion today is quite controversial because the title of today's session is about abused women's voices. Before carrying on to our discussion, I would like to share to you some very interesting facts. Do you know that during 12th century, women at that time were silenced by way of putting them in a house and giving them tasks such as nurturing the family and taking care of the house. And also, if women tried to oppose to this idea of putting them in a house and taking care of the family, the society will regard their opinion as a burden. So in the end, the society will refuse to listen to their opinion and will carry on to discriminate the women. All these concerns were wrote down by Ibn Rushd, or also known as Averroes, during the 12th century. So the next question is, why is it still happening in 2020? So the issue started when we women, since we were born, we were taught to be a very timid person. We need to obey everything, and we need to be polite in everything we say and also in everything we do. So there are many problems arising with this kind of notions, this kind of teachings that women need to be timid, women need to obey everything. As we can see nowadays, the problems are when women refuse to stand up, women refuse to voice out their concerns and their worries because they do not have that courage. They believe that they need to obey, and once they disobey, it feels like it is a wrong thing to do because it is so against the social construct that they have been taught since they were kids. Because of this kind of stereotype, gender-biased opinions that we refuse to change from years ago, that is why we can see how many cases, how many abused women refuse to report to the authority because they were afraid of this kind of stereotype, because they were afraid of this kind of judgments made by the society. It was estimated that around 1,000 rape cases, only 100 of them were reported. And also, based on the statistic made on December 2018, less than half domestic abuse cases were reported. So the question is why? Why is this happening? Why do women stay silent? Why do women do not have such courage to actually voice out whether they were abused, whether they were being mentally tortured? Do you know, for the victims out there, do you know that the more you feel scared, the more that you let them torture you, the more they will feel empowered? Because of this, we need to stop teaching our girls that their opinion do not matter. Uphold their opinion, hear their voices. So if you are a victim of domestic violence, of sexual harassment, what you need to do in order to stop this, make your voice heard, make a report. You are a woman and women must be strong. You have your own voice and your voice matters. Empower yourself. Have courage to actually defend your dignity. Stop giving chances to those people. Stop giving chances to those who assaulted you and raped you and abused you. You need to always defend yourself. But you know what? Even if women started to voice out, started to have their own principles and feel more empowered, men still also need to change. In this context of discussion, men need to change their way of thinking. They also need to stop this kind of stereotypes. They also need to stop this kind of gender-biased opinions. Hear out the women's voices. Help them out, hear them out, and uphold their opinions. You are the ones who need to protect the women, so do your part in hearing these abused women's voices. Conclusion of today's discussion, these gender-biased notions need to stop. However, this thing can only be stopped when women themselves know their rights, when women themselves know that their voices matter. So women out there, I am calling for you girls to actually stand up and voice out your opinions. Your opinions matter, your voices matter. At the end of this video, I will be putting a hotline that you can refer to if you are facing these kind of problems. That is all from me for today's fact check session. I hope that somehow today's topic can help some of you guys and some of you girls out there to actually change things and change the way of your thinking in order to help yourself and in order to help other people. So that is all from me. My name is Husna. Read more, learn more. See you again.